Hey everyone, it's Thursday, April 5th, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been an excellent day. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session as usual. As you can see, I'm in a totally different environment than I typically am, and it's been about 10 days, maybe a couple weeks since I uploaded a video, and no one's really watching the videos right now. Maybe not no one, every few videos maybe I get one view or something like that. I'm not really sure if that's a human or a bot. But yeah, I figured, if I'm going to take a big break like that, now's the time to do it. And the move kind of took over my life. I'm also starting training for a new teaching gig I'm getting into right now that I'm having a lot of fun with. And just wanted to give those things their due and also give myself some time to get the new studio space set up a bit so I could actually start playing, because a few days went by where I wasn't playing at all, and that was really bothering me. So the videos just took a back seat. And that just is what it is right now. So I'll probably make up for that later this year with a little more content. And I'll be honest and say I really did want to have the new video rig set up to just bump up the quality now that I'm here. And I think that'll happen soon. It's just, again, not something I'm choosing to prioritize at the moment. So we're still on the GoPros. Audio is still a little funny, but quality should be going up pretty soon. And I'm going to start taking some video editing classes and have a lot of fun with that. So, as far as what I'm going to do today, I just want to introduce you guys to the space a little bit and document what's going on here. I did a couple short time lapses of me breaking down the studio at the old place and then setting up this little apparatus I have here to decouple the drum set from the floor. And I'll show you guys what I did there. And yeah, I think I'm just going to try to get back in the groove a little bit, hit some online classes super briefly, and then do a super light drum practice. That's probably going to be the whole session. Actually, I'll probably start putting together my monitor stands, and you'll see in this space why that's going to be not a necessity, but a really good idea. So let me introduce you guys to the space here real quick. You can probably see most of what's going on. I've got a bunch of storage space over here, a bunch of full-length mirrors, which I hope will be helpful over time. I think it's already helped my technique and my alignment and posture and stuff when I'm playing, just practicing here a little bit, which is really good. And let me just get this rolling. So I just got the desk set up, really cheap Walmart desk. It was like $30, maybe less. And I got my computer set up. It's just a lot less restricted than what I was doing before in the little like bookcase area right next to the bed in my old place. And I'll turn the light on for you guys. All I have is this sort of weird lighting rig right here, but that's going to improve. I actually got some lighting kits for the studio, so the lighting's going to be really good in here eventually. And yeah, I got this beautiful painting from my just very, very good friend, brother in life, Sean Vales. I don't really want to attach the speakers to the walls because I'm renting this place, and also I don't want to waste time with installation. But I did order some really great room treatment materials. I think I mentioned that in a couple videos. Those haven't come yet, but I'm really excited to install those, walk you guys through the process of what that's going to do to the space, and maybe give you some sound clips. And there's no real convenient place to mount the monitors, and I didn't want to mount the monitors on a desk because Mike Sr. in his Mixing Secrets for the Small Studio book recommends not doing that if you can get away with it, even though there are ways to make that happen and it is cheap. I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to do this as legit as I could make happen within a reasonable budget. So I got some monitor stands. The monitoring will go right here around the desk, and then the acoustic treatment will go around the room, and the room should sound really, really good when it's done. One thing I was worried about, since this space just transmutes sound differently than my previous space, is the drums bleeding into the rest of the house. So I'll show you what I did here, and I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but hopefully it comes out reasonably well. What I did is I ordered a couple treadmill mats because I figured that those are supposed to reduce heavy vibrations. So I'll start with that. And I got a couple treadmill mats that I ended up wrapping in saran wrap because of the smell. There's no acoustic reason these are wrapped in saran wrap. In fact, it was kind of a pain in the neck to get it done. But I didn't want to spend a few more $100s on more treadmill mats because I had 4 of them. And they were really good weight. They have a lot of mass, so that's great for bass trapping in the space, especially between the floor and the ceiling. And what I did is I ordered some cork board, which is used to isolate floors between apartment buildings and stuff like that. And I've got a layer of the treadmill mat. I've got 2 layers of, I think, 1/4 inch cork boards, about 1/2 inch of clearance there, which basically puts some air in between what's happening up here and what's happening on the floor, which decouples it. And so that means the vibration transmission is just significantly reduced, or just doesn't translate at all, which is great. And then I put some treadmill mats on top, mostly just to keep the corkboard from moving around too much when I'm walking on it. But of course, it also helps with the vibration cancellation and isolation and acoustic absorption. So it ended up being like a really great solution to an interesting puzzle. And I'm really happy with the results so far. As you can see, my current rug doesn't quite cover the area, so it looks a little weird. But I found a great new rug online that's going to really enhance the space and the vibe of the place, and should cover everything up. So it's fun actually. This gives me, like, I'm standing like maybe an inch or two higher than the ground actually is when I'm up there. It kind of feels like I'm on a little stage, which will be fun because this is where I'll do a lot of the live tracking and recording and video and stuff that I'm planning and hoping to do in the relatively near future. That might be a few months out, maybe 2019. We'll see how the record goes. But in the meantime, it just gives me a safe place to play where I'm not bothering anybody. And the window isolation is very good in here, so if you go out in the street, you can't even really hear me playing at all, which is fantastic. So I've got a lot of sonic freedom in here, and I'm really happy. And this is just a dream that I've been working toward for a really long time, and I'm really stoked that I finally have a dedicated studio space, and it's in my house, which is really nice because it cuts down on travel time. All my food is here, I'm comfortable here, I can take breaks whenever I want. And I've worked in separate studios plenty in my past incarnations as an artist, and I just don't prefer it right now. There may be a time when that becomes more practical, but the travel time, it's less time that I'm working generally. The spaces are often significantly less comfortable than a home, and it costs more. It's just much more economical for me to do it this way. And this is more the dream I'm working toward right now, is being able to work from home constantly and being able to produce and write and create music just from the comfort of my own home and distribute it online, and just enjoy that process without having to get on a bus unless I really, really want to, or a plane or something like that to go perform live somewhere. So this is sort of like, I don't want to say the starting point because I've been working on this for a really long time, but this is just a really beautiful and important milestone for me. And I'm really excited to share the process of building up this studio space with you guys. And I'm confident and hopeful and excited that a lot of great music is going to come out of this space. And this is really what I want to do, is just inhabit different spaces and enjoy the creative process in them, and just make some magic happen. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll let you guys know what I accomplished at the end of the video. It's probably going to be pretty short. And I'm just excited to kick back into gear and rock the new house, so to speak. All right, excellent day getting back in the groove. I'm loving the space. Really, really fun working in here. And yeah, I hit the online class front. Felt great to get back into that. And main takeaways from my art and music production class today was about this concept called prosody, which really is just about unity. And the best way of explaining it is every element of the artistic piece contributes to the overall message and the overall story. Everything's there for a reason. Everything has a purpose, and everything fits into that unifying vision, which I just think is a really interesting idea. Then I hit a great drum practice just playing along to a cool record I found on YouTube earlier. I've been discovering a lot of great music through YouTube recently. I think music is a big discovery mechanism for people these days, which is pretty interesting. And then I just got to work putting together my Argosy 42-inch speaker stand, which the camera's sitting on right now. Super, super cool. I'm loving it. This is going to support my Avantone Mix Cube, which is an Auratone 5C modern substitute. And I use it for mono monitoring and just to overcome some of the limitations of a overcome some of the limitations of a room that's not purpose built, right? Like, I'm not going to put a sloped ceiling in here. I'm not going to change the walls so they're not parallel. I'm going to do plenty of acoustic treatment, and it's going to be pro level, but it's not going to be perfect, if that makes sense. And my monitoring system is pro level, but that's not going to be perfect. My near fields and my headphones are the same, pro level but not perfect. So each monitoring system has a strength. And if you guys want to know more about that, I would encourage you to read Mike Senior's book, Mixing Secrets for the Small Studio, which I mentioned earlier in the video, which is kind of like my Bible right now for production. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing. And I'm just loving this space so much right now. It's so fun to have something, and I've just been really patient, and I've worked for this for a really long time and made a lot of good decisions. Definitely had some setbacks, kept pushing, and I'm so happy that I did. So I will see you guys tomorrow for more. Can't wait. Oh, I probably should say that the next few weeks, probably month to 6 weeks, maybe even 2 months, the music sessions are probably going to be on the lighter side. I'm going to do my best, but there's going to be a lot of prep work to do for my new job, I think. It could end up being a lot less than I think it will, but I love putting my best foot forward, and when I'm serving people, giving them the best that I can. And so I'm going to be putting a lot of energy into that and not prioritizing the music sessions the same way that I have been the past few months. I think that's more than fair, but I'll be back in the groove soon enough. And we'll get this album knocked out, we'll get it mixed and mastered, we'll make it amazing, and we'll put it out to the world and just continue the journey. So see you guys soon.